compare models of governance and management, defend and strengthen European policies aimed at territories. These are the topics of the first meeting of the European Project MEANING, promoted by the metropolitan city of Milan.
Oggi parte a Milano questo progetto che vede coinvolte altre
Today starts in Milan a project that involves other European metropolitan cities. A comparison between the newborn metropolitan city of Milan and other European metropolitan cities.
Vogliamo confrontarci tutti assieme.
We want to compare today all together about the future of the European urban agenda.
Della politica urbana dell'Unione Europea.
So for Barcelona, working with European metropolitan areas is highly important, because from our perspective, the European agenda is not metropolitan enough.
It's very important for us, the metropolitan area of Porto, to participate in this project, because it's an opportunity to learn, to share, and to build a common agenda, not only in the questions of the urban agenda, the European urban agenda, but to strengthen the discussion of the metropolitan areas, or better, to the urban areas.
My organization works between local and European government level. We are glad about this project because it extends the good local government dimension to the metropolitan cities that represents a huge innovation in the European public administration reform.
We in Europe have no other solution than make our metropolitan areas more competitive. We need to strengthen cooperation with our neighbors, because the administrative borders are no longer important for the inhabitants of our cities.
The meeting was held at Palazzo Zimbardi, the continuo to Palazzo Marino, the seat of the Municipal Commission for European and International Affairs, attended by Nicola De Michelis, Head of Cabinet of the European Commissioner for Regional Policy, Corinna Crețu.
Oggi è stata una giornata particolarmente interessante.
Today it was an interesting day because there is discussion in Europe about the European urban policy. And Milan set in the center of the discussion his role about a net of European cities.
Di questa discussione, il suo ruolo come città.
People from different countries of European Union. Here in Poland, we had a bilateral meeting, very interesting, with Jan Albright, President of Urban Intergroup of the European Parliament, and he accepted our invitation for talking together about our common goals. We are really interested in the future of European negotiation on the European budget, on the European cohesion policy.
For many years, with my colleagues in the Parliament, we are fighting for having a very clear, what you said, European urban policy, not European urban dimension. Not European urban agenda, which is not very clear for the citizens. What it really means, urban agenda. Does it mean the calendar, or it means the plan or something? No, we think that we should have an urban policy. The situation in the cities now is different than before. We need a special instruments for the cities and for the urban areas, like, for example, metropolitan areas.
We have to create a Europe of cities and metropolis, and not only a Europe of central government.
we should finally get a compromise between us and national governments on solving the problems on our cities. I'm really convinced that we as a cities, we as a metropolitan areas, we shouldn't be on table during a discussion about the new urban agenda and new financial instruments. Why? Because it's not only us who are criticizing the current decision-making process in European Union. European Union is now not only gathering the national countries, not only gathering national leaders, they're also gathering many actors, and I cannot. So we cannot accept. We should support the different mechanism of decision making, where the cities are involved, and also the cities has the same importance as they have for solving the problems of current century.
Today we had a very interesting discussion on the future of the cohesion policy in the framework of the next financial programming period. We are meeting around 20 European metropolitan areas discussing about this issue and the importance of the cohesion policy for our territories. With Barcelona and Milano, we have a strong cooperation on that. We truly believe that the next programming period should take not only the regional and urban dimension, also the metropolitan dimension and the reality it means. And we should be very, very specific in the domains and priorities that this policy should finance. For instance, a question related to innovation, regeneration, climate change, quality of the air, and very specifically the question of social inclusion, social exclusion, employment, and the integration of people from third countries. That's it.
Thank you very much, and I think that now is possible because the provision of the cut of the cohesion policy for the next programming period was about 30%. Now we will have a big result with a cut between the 5 and 10%. So I think that now is possible our collaboration and a big role of cities and metropolis in the next multi-annual financial framework and in the next European cohesion policy and European urban policy. And I think that Milan and Barcelona and Porto and Vienna and all the other cities, big cities in the metropolitan areas in Europe could stress this dimension because this is a political fight that we have to fight together.
A wider question about what the policy will actually do, what it will fund with respect to investment policies like the European Fund for Strategic Investment or Horizon 2020. So we're very concerned about the fact that there is not, the future doesn't seem to be very bright for cohesion policy, but as an organization, as a CPMO, we will fight to make sure that the policy will be well-resourced and targeted to cities, to regions, to local authorities in the future.
I think that the structural funds for metropolitan area are the key aspects and the key tool for European Commission. We have to remember that every day more people live around the big cities and in the metropolitan areas. And if everything is getting complex in our society, metropolitan areas are more. So the structural funds are good to fill the gaps that there are big in cities of people that they think they live in the same place, but sometimes the big difference are important.
The metropolitan city of Milan participated from the 12th to the 14th of September to the final conference of the European project MEANING. The event took place in Zagreb, Croatia, and saw the participation of the lead partner, Metropolitan City of Milan, and of the other partners to the project. The conference, titled Sustainable Urban Transport and Civic Participation in Metropolitan Cities, was hosted by the Croatian capital, with the participation of the Deputy Mayor of the city of Zagreb.
Today we are in Zagreb for the final conference of the European project MEANING, with a lot of local authorities and metropolitan areas, and also the Deputy Mayor of Zagreb support our recommendations from the European Commissioner for Regional Policy, Corina Crețu, and her cabinet for having much more protagonism in the European funds for cities and metropolitan areas in the next multi-annual financial framework 2021 and 2027. It is an important result because with Warsaw, Barcelona, Milan, Riga, Gdansk, Porto and all the other cities and metropolitan areas, also Zagreb will support our network and our goal.
Good afternoon, thank you for coming. In Zagreb, we are here on the final international conference in scope of the project MEANING. We are here in Zagreb, in the space of Zagreb Innovation Center.
Milan is today a very important place in Europe because we are now discussing the question of the future of urban policy and cohesion policy. We are discussing the role not only of the big cities or cities in general, but we are discussing about the role of metropolitan areas. This is new for Europe. In fact, we don't have up to now the regulations, so this is the moment where we should find the best partners for this kind of debate. The reforms which have been done in this region, metropolitan area of Milan, is very significant and very important for whole Europe. We should take the experience from here. But also, I came here from European Parliament to share our opinions concerning the future policy. And this future policy, we have to take care not only the question of money, but this is also the question of visibility, transparency. I mean, how to make it something which is understood by the people.